There we go. Now I can see the chat and respond. I do apologize for that. I know I can't set it for that. It just apparently missed it or misclicked. I apologize. So, for those that haven't seen this before, it's a fairly simple pattern. You go into the middle here, go in 3, bring your fingers up over the top, go over 3 more, go back in the middle, and go under the last 3 on the bottom. Take it from the bottom, and I just double check that. Take it from the top, sorry, and pass through to the bottom. And then again, approach from the middle, go in 3, and then under the next 3, and then up over the last 3 on the top, leave the last bottom one alone. That one passes through the shed and goes up to the top. And then we do the same thing on this side. Through 3, over 3, and then under the last 3, take from the top, pass through to the bottom, and then go in the middle, under the second 3, over the last 3 on the top, leave the last one on the bottom untouched, pass through the shed, and up to the top. And that's the pattern, and we just keep repeating it. Oops, went to the wrong one. And my microphone's a little too close, so let me back that off a bit. Pretty sure you'll still be able to hear me. Looks like we still haven't picked anybody back up from my mistake. It's really frustrating for me when that happens. I guess that's what I get for setting up a stream when I'm tired. But I did get a good night's sleep. So depending on how active this stream gets, I may actually stay up for about, or do it for about 2 hours. I'm going to move the microphone just a little bit again. The cord's still a bit in the way. Okay, time to move the coma forward. I think it's time to bring this up a bit. That's a bit more than I normally let it go, but I don't want the D-ring and the carabiner scraping across the top. So, and there we go. This would definitely be easier if I had 6-pin coma. It would keep the threads a little further apart, make it easier to see. Also doesn't help that I've got roll of black, which is easy to blend in with themselves. Helps if I don't try and make the same move twice. Had one pop off. There we go. Okay. That's interesting. That one apparently went through part of another string. That looks better. And need to still do the top rail. That looks better. Hey, we got somebody on. I really do apologize. I screwed up the stream and it wound up in restricted for kids mode. Apparently, I either missed it or didn't click it. And YouTube assigned it automatically as a safety measure. So I had to redo the stream or we wouldn't be able to have a chat. which I could do, but I presume would be a lot less interactive and fun. But welcome to the stream. In case you missed it or you're still catching up, I moved this a bit more than normal so that the rings wouldn't rub across the top of the torii gate. There we go. Yeah, since I've got so many strands in these, sometimes it's easy to accidentally pick one up off the wrong strand. Makes it a little confusing when that happens. And pretty soon I'm going to come up to where the complete color change will happen, and I'll have to remember that I'm not doing the all black on one side and all color on the other, and they're reversing, so I don't mix them up. Okay, that's the last of the black on the top rail for now. And I just screwed that move up. So, okay, that looks like that's where that should be going back. And what I needed to do was grab this one. This goes on the lower rail. And this one goes on the upper rail. I am going to just back up here and make sure that I haven't screwed things up completely. All right. Let's try this again. Through the middle, under 3, over the second set of 3, under the last set of 3, and then the top one passes through the shed to the bottom. That still looks like I've messed something up, so I'm going to back up at least one more move just to make sure. All right. So okay, this black one, that looks right. And this color one, yep, that unbraided properly. And then okay, that unbraided properly. And I'm still having a mess up here on this side. Let's get this one untangled. Okay. All right. So I'm still having mistakes. So it's not unbraiding properly. So 5 and all right, let's keep going. Unbraiding. So under 3 over the last 3. And from top back down to bottom. Okay, that comes out all right. And then top 3. Okay, that's unbraiding right. Alrighty. So under 3 over the last 3. Okay, that one looks right at least. And top 3, bottom 3. Okay. Apparently, what I've done here is I made a mistake in the unbraiding, which I believe I can fix relatively easily. I just have to untwist this one. Okay. So, all right, that looks right. So I'm going to start going forward again. Apologies for the mix-up. And there we go. And I'm now back to the point where I messed up originally. And now it's where I got to pay attention to the fact that the colors are changing rails for their destinations. So now the black, instead of going to the top, goes to the bottom. And the red to pink go up to the top now. And black on the bottom. And the red to the pink on the top. There we go. Now at least it'll be easier to catch when I make a mistake of putting it on the wrong rail, because it won't look right. And apparently, well, I may have one person on, I may not. Can't tell for sure. Alrighty. Okay. Is that just Thomas kind of caught up? Or did I mix them up on a rail? I think I mixed up. Yep. Now let's just try that again. So under 3 on the bottom. There we go. let's try one more time on that. Okay. Definitely not mixing the fibers. Much better. The problem with using 4 strands of floss per tama is they can sometimes go over the wrong peg. Yet, once again, looks like screwing up the stream messed up participation. My sincere apologies. And apparently I have messed up again. Because I don't have... No? Yeah, those should be even. So I've messed up somewhere. So let's get back to where I was. Okay. So those haven't been done. Yeah, that's... Yep, I did too many on one side, so... All right, so undo it on this side. That unbraided normally. And... that unbraided normally. Okay. So I need to do this side instead. I guess I may not have gotten as much sleep as I thought. Okay. That looks reasonably right. I may have messed up the pattern, but I don't want to back braid too far. Okay, so... Now I can definitely see a mistake in the pattern here, so I'm going to back braid a bit. Apologies, but this is part of the learning experience, so we shall learn. Okay. Under and over for the second half of that move. And that goes down here. Over and under. And that goes on the upper rail. Under and over. That goes there. Over and under. And that goes there. At least it's on braiding correctly. Okay, so same and same. So I'll go on the left again. Under and over. And top goes down to the bottom. Over and under. And bottom goes to the top. Okay. Under and over. Top goes to the bottom. Yeah, I definitely having an issue there. Okay. So, and alrighty. Okay, there we go. All right, so now the yeah. Okay. And then we're even again, so top goes down to the bottom. And bottom goes. Alrighty. Okay. Alrighty, so under 3, over 3, and the top goes back to the bottom. Okay, that looks good. And over 3, under 3, and the bottom goes back to the top. That looks good. One. Okay, so let's do one more just to make sure that everything's going right. So under 3, over 3, and the top goes back to the bottom, and yes, it does. And over 3, under 3, and the bottom should go back to the top. Yes, it does. Alrighty. And let's see. Okay, once more on the right, under 3, over 3, and the top goes back to the bottom. And it does. And top 3 to the bottom 3. And the bottom goes up to the top. And yes, it does. Okay, so I've had it set on each side where it braids back the way it's unbraids the way it's supposed to. My spacing is even. I'm good to go forward now. So starting on the right, over the top 3, under the last bottom 3, top to the bottom, under 3, over 3, leaving the last one on the bottom to go through to the top. Okay, that looks good. And over 3, under 3, and the top goes to the bottom. And under 3, over 3, bottom goes to the top. And the pattern is looking good, symmetrical the way it's supposed to be. So let's see if I can avoid making more mistakes. Okay, that's looking good. Still symmetrical and even. Oops, that one. Yep, there we go. Okay, so haven't done any on that side yet. So over 3, under 3. Under 3, over 3. And over 3, under 3. Under 3, over 3. Yes, looking much better. Over 3, under 3. Under 3, over 3, and the last bottom up to the top. And over 3, under 3, top to the bottom, under 3, over 3, and bottom up to the top. Pattern definitely looks good. Time to move the comb. Due to changes in humidity over at least a decade and a half, some of these are a little snugger than others when I slide the coma. I think I'll braid a bit more before rolling up more. Hey, we got somebody on again. I sincerely apologize. I really screwed up making the stream and made it into 4 kids, which means no chat function, which does present a problem. I'm glad you're able to refine the stream, and I do apologize for my screw up. But welcome. Hey, thanks for the like. Yeah, if you wind up replaying back, you'll find up where I made a mistake and got the pattern asymmetrical. Did too many on one side, not enough on the other. So I've fixed that, and I'm back into braiding full stream again. Pattern is looking good. Now I do have one where one of the 4 threads of floss is not as snug as the others, so I'm occasionally passing through it when I should be passing over and under it. So other than being annoying, it doesn't seem to have caused a major problem. Pattern looks good. So pattern is going through the middle, go 3 threads, go up over 3 threads, back in the middle, and under the last 3. Take from the top rail, pass through the shed to the bottom rail. Then go through into the middle, over 3 threads, under the bottom of the next 3, over the top of the last 3 on the top, leave 1 on the bottom, pick that up, pass through the shed, and to the upper rail. And that's one side, and we do the same on the other. Pass through the middle, through 3, then up over the next 3, and under the last 3 on the bottom, take 1 from the top, pass through the shed to the bottom on the other side, again through the middle, pass over 3 on the bottom, pass under the next 3 on the bottom, pass over the last 3 on the top, and leave the last one on the bottom, which looks like I had the passing through again. There we go. Take the one on the bottom, pass through the shed, and up on the top. And that's the pattern. And the way I do my mnemonic is in the middle, over 3, under 3. Then under 3, over 3. And over 3, under 3. Under 3, over 3. Hope you can see and hear clearly. My main problem is making sure that I don't do the wrong move on the right side, meaning that I start from the the under 3 instead of the over 3 and mix them up. Hopefully I haven't made that mistake too often. Pattern looks good and consistent, so if I have, I've at least caught it. The other common thing I do is I try and pass from the wrong rail, like from the top to the top or the bottom to the bottom, when it's supposed to go top to bottom and bottom to top. Fortunately, the color scheme here helps me avoid doing that one too often. Hey, Wendy, it's good to see you on. And Michael. I apologize for screwing up the stream. I really feel bad about that because I can't edit it once that happens. I've got to go back and create a new one and then post it back through the usual spots. But thank you for coming on. I'm happy to keep going for probably at least another hour if you guys are interested. And I will do my best not to make mistakes as much as it might be amusing to see me back braiding or unbraiding, however you would like to phrase it, which is an essential skill to learn, but it is frustrating when you have to do it, at least for me. But I'd rather have a nice braid rather than one that looks like it was braided by somebody who was asleep and sleepwalking. As far as I know, I've never actually tried to braid in my sleep. Pattern is looking nice. Thank you. The people who sell my Takadais at the SCA's Penzic War, one of the people who bought a Takadai from me last year was having a bit of a problem with this particular braid. So I told her that I would work on this when I got my Takadai fixed again and live stream it so she would have a chance to go through and see where she was having the issue. Apparently, every time she was doing it, she was getting very asymmetrical very quickly, and it wasn't looking right for her. So, and apparently, I'm fairly fumble-fingered, but one of the tama jumped a couple of pins, and that looks like it's right. Okay, one there, two there. Okay, so this side next. All right. But I think I have said it, but thank you very much for joining the stream. This is less fun when I'm doing it all by myself, because I never know what to say, and so it tends to be awfully silent. Which is okay if I'm like listening to an audiobook or whatever, but if I'm streaming, it doesn't work too well. At least not in my opinion. But yeah, this is one of the easier patterns in that it's only essentially the same move, mirror imaged top and bottom and left and right. So, but it's a 3/3 twill, so you would hope to have a very symmetrical and not overly complex braid for it. Okay, so all right. 6, 9, 11. Okay, yep. That's another way I can tell is it's 11 and 12, and the side that has 12 on it is the side you should braid next if you ever lose your place. Okay. I'll have to listen to music. Audiobooks tend to be my go-to for giving my attention something to focus against so that I don't lose concentration. I'm not tired. Probably ADHD, just never diagnosed. But some of the techniques help me a lot. It's hard to explain to my parents that I needed to have a couple things going on so I'd have something to focus against, to focus on what I wanted to. All right, so once I move up the coma this time, I think I'm going to go ahead and roll up the braid some. And I don't know anybody for the early morning for me, late afternoon, evening for Pacific time, eastern half of the Pacific Ocean. Give me a second here. I've trying to talk too much. Okay, under 3, over 3. Now I completely lost my train of thought. Sorry about that. Oh, yeah, now I remember. For those in that time zone, I don't know if you guys are interested at all in my 3D printing stuff, which is going to be another focus of this channel. Yep, and that almost got me confused there because I'm changing colors from the black to the red as it shifts through. But apparently, either some wires on my stepper motors got messed up or the motherboard is failing, but I'm going to be replacing both of those later today when they arrive from Amazon. I'm actually mostly waiting for a very decent 3D printer that I ordered several months back to actually arrive before I do more 3D printing videos, because it's got a much better time-lapse feature. Okay. There we go. Now that I've jumped to the next coma, I can slide them forward easily, which is what I've been using as my notation point for when it's time to move the coma forward. Once I get one on the last one in the row. The one I have currently is an Ender 3 Pro, which is the base level, easy to get in one here in the United States, because places like Micro Center sell it for like $100 on a semi-regular, get you into the store type deal. So I got that. The one I'm going to be getting is an FL Sun V400, which is a Delta style printer. It's fairly large and very fast, and it's very high quality, so I'm hoping I'll be able to improve the quality of my prints with a better setup. Okay, time to roll that up a little bit. Yeah, here's the fun part where I try not to break my leader. Okay, that's looking good. And yep, start from the right. So over 3 and under 3. Yeah, I've been considering getting a resin printer too. I do like miniatures, but I haven't painted them in a really long time. I've heard really good things about the Elgu brands. I think Elgu Saturn is the one that I've heard where the people I know who print and help people print, learn how to print regularly, say that they've never heard anybody that has been unsatisfied with an Elgu Saturn. So if I do go with resin printing, that's probably going to be the first one I get. Not sure what size. You definitely get a lot more detail and high resolution with the resin, but depending on the resin, they're usually fairly brittle. So it's mostly probably going to be limited to artistic type things that aren't going to take a beating. I do plan with my filament printers to do stuff that are like functional, useful parts. Um, Things like making brackets for hanging stuff around the house. Yeah, I played Warhammer 40K back in the late 80s, early 90s area. I got fairly decent printing, and I still have most of my pewter or Britannia metal miniatures in a box in the basement, and I'd like to take them out. I don't know how dusty or beat up they are. Maybe touch them up and display them. Maybe be able to play games with them. But my wife does not like clutter, and so I'm not sure if I would actually be able to have a spot to put them. But I'm thinking about it. I think the last one I did was a Demon Prince of Corn um, on a very nice base where I did the corn glyph out of purple poppy seeds, which looked very, very nice on a green flocking background. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Time to do this one. Of course, I could count it. So 3, 6, 9. Yep, that's definitely the next one. Yeah, when I started playing 40K, apparently all the 40K books in my particular area had gone via ocean container ship and had gone by like a North Sea route, and all the books had gotten essentially frozen, and the binding glue got very brittle. So everybody I knew who was playing 40K had their books falling apart into individual pages within like 6 months of getting the book. Fortunately, I ran across a bookbinder in Boise, Idaho, who professionally rebound the book for me. So somewhere in storage, I've got an original 40K Rogue Trader rule book. I'm guessing that's first edition rules. That still doesn't have any pages falling out of it. But like I said, I haven't really played, and apparently they've updated the rules, I think 5 times since then, or 4 times. I've been listening to 40K lore videos on YouTube just to kind of get up to where the current status of the game is as far as what's actually going on. So yep, I've actually been trying to uh, print out a generic Grimdark Future Space Elf Titan. And that's where I've been having a lot of problems, and found out that my printer was having issues. But I hope to have that done in a week or so once um, once I got the printer fixed. I tended to go with Eldar and Tyranids with some chaos for what I liked for the miniatures and the lore. Yeah, I remember back before they introduced the Tyranids, and it was just Gene Stealers. They had the Space Hulk board game. one of the things that actually kind of inspired me to like, hey, I could do useful braiding streams for people was watching some people doing miniature painting online. Well, hello, Carol. Nice to see you. I do apologize for the stream getting messed up. Apparently, I either forgot to click or it went by default and it wound up being a for kids video, which means there's no chat. So I had to recreate the stream, or this would have been a very boring stream. Thank you for coming. I hope you are enjoying the braiding. Currently, we're chatting somewhat about 3D printers and Warhammer miniature gaming. But if you'd like, I'll give a quick run through on how this pattern goes. It's actually fairly simple pattern to do. It's basically the same move done 4 times, mirror reflected left to right, and upper and lower rail. So let me quickly finish up this one. I'll be back at the starting point, and I'll go through it again. Because, hey, this is for teaching people how to braid, or helping them learn braids that they don't know. So, pass through the middle, count 3 on the top, go up over the next 3, back in the middle, and under the last 3 on the bottom. Take the one from the top rail, pass it through the shed, and it goes to the bottom on the other side. Then we go to the middle, count over 3 on the bottom, under the next 3, back in the middle, over the last 3 on the top, and we leave the last one on the bottom when we push down for the shed. Oops. Apparently I've got one that's partially jumped. There we go. So doing that again, in the middle, count 3, go under 3, back up in the middle, over the last 3 on the top, and leave the last one on the bottom, which gets passed through the shed to the upper rail. And then on the left side, same thing. We go through the middle, count 3 on the top, go up over the next 3, back in the middle, and then under the last 3 on the bottom. Top one gets picked up, passed through the shed to the bottom on the other rail, or other side. And then again, pass through the middle, count 3, go under the bottom next 3, back in the middle, up over the last 3 on the top, leaving the last one on the bottom untouched, which then gets picked up. And when it gets untangled from the next tama over, pass through the top rail on the right. And that's the pattern. Oh, no worries. I'm glad that you were able to find it and you were able to come on. All right, and yeah, I think I'll roll it up just a little bit more. At least until I get the D-ring and carabiner all the way through the Tory. It's going to be a little bit careful. I don't want to scratch or break anything. Alrighty. And just so you're aware, there's usually about a 20-second delay between what I see in your chat and respond before you can actually hear it. And if after the stream is over, you go back and watch from the beginning, you will definitely see me screwing up and having to fix a problem. Okay, that one partially jumped a rail. And that one did too. Okay. Alrighty, time to do the side. paying a little extra attention because I'm at a coma breakover point, and if I'm not careful, they just kind of slide in between, and I don't want to snag anything and possibly break a thread. Though that's more of an issue with the way I wind the silk onto these, where it's individual, very small threads that are relatively easy to break by themselves. The DMC floss, not so much. And time to slide the coma forward. There we go. I'm glad you're enjoying the pattern. It's one I've done before, and I think the color scheme is rather nice. Kind of a rainbow of red, or a not so much a rainbow, but a light to dark, and a nice black background for it. Kind of looks like shooting comets almost. They're shooting stars. And now we come up to the part where it's easiest for me to get confused, where we switch from the black going on one rail and the red going on the other to reversing it, which is one of my easy mistakes to make, is putting them on the wrong rail. There we go. And I just did that. That's the way it should be. There we go. And transition made. This braid's definitely going very quickly when I'm not having to screw up, or when I screw up and have to unbraid it. Pattern looks good. I'm not doing these streaming braids as long as I do normal ones. I'm mainly doing it for demonstration purposes. So I'm shooting for like 4 to 6 feet total length. Not really enough for a belt, but enough for a good demonstration of how the braid should look when it's done. Three, 6, 9, 12. And I think I've mentioned it before, but maybe before you came on, Carolyn. The easy way to tell which side to do next is it's alternate. It is 12 on one side and 11 on the other. So if it's 12 on the one side, that's the side that needs to be done next. Then when the other side is 12, that's the one that needs to be done. So if you lose your place, it's relatively easy to find it again just by counting the number of threads on a side. Oh, and in case it wasn't obvious, if you know anybody who is interested in this at all, please feel free to share the links for these videos. I'm trying to eventually get to over 1,000 subscribers so that I can get monetized and hopefully subsidize my braiding habit. Upcoming, I've got a silk pickup braid I'm planning on doing. It's going to be green and white. It's probably going to be the whitest braid I've done yet. The pattern I'm trying to do has a fair amount of detail, so I'm going to have a lot of pixels, so to speak. So it's probably going to be over 100 tama if I can fit it on this one. I've got the 9-pin koma, so it should be doable. And I can always make more if I need to. That one's going to be fun to untangle. Just had a tama do a spin around all the other ones. I think you guys could see that. And since the upper rail is where it stretches out, is the longest distance, that's the point I tend to drop the tama down so I've got enough length to keep going. But that's what those pauses are for. Okay. Oh, there we go. Just fixing it when one of the threads jumps over a pin. Hey, Nancy. Nice to see you. Monetization isn't going to be a lot unless I get really, really popular. I used to be monetized way back when they first started doing it. But if I get, say, over 1,000 and I do relatively long live streams, meaning a couple of, hour or two, um, I'd probably get something on the order of like maybe, 20 or $30 a month, um, which is not a lot, but it pays for the floss. It just kind of depends on how popular I get and how regularly I produce content. Um, but I figured braiding is something that I enjoy doing quite a bit. And if I always turn on a stream when I braid, um, I get the hours up there. And while the ad revenue is not all that great, YouTube Premium members tend to be a fairly reliable source of income. Reliable, not necessarily a lot. But I think Kumihimo is a fun thing to do. And while there's not a lot of videos online currently, I enjoy watching them. And if I produce a lot of videos, more people might enjoy watching it. And it may never turn out, but apparently getting the first 100 subscribers is the hardest thing. And I managed to do that overnight over about 15 years. So I've already done the first hurdle by accident. And I also got picked up by the algorithm at one point and was getting a lot of views and a lot of new subscribers. But I managed to accidentally drop off that by going to Penzik and not streaming while there. And 3 weeks off, YouTube decided, oh, your channel is dying. So I'll stop showing it to new people. So I'm still somewhat regularly getting new subscribers. And I am getting people who come to these streams regularly. So I'm not horribly boring. But yeah, there's been several ad apocalypses where YouTube has cut back on the money. I mean, the first time I was monetized, I think I got maybe $30 over the course of a year, but I wasn't producing anything at that time frame. So yeah, I'm not expecting a whole lot, but if it does work out, it would be nice. Getting picked up by the algorithm kind of let me realize that if I do take advantage of it, it might turn into something nice. And if it doesn't, hey, I'm not out anything but some enjoyable time braiding. So win-win in my book. It's when you expect something that may not happen and base a lot of stuff on it where you can wind up facing a lot of disappointment. Okay, time to roll this up some more. There we go. But thank you for coming on, Nancy. Appreciate that. And I just made a mistake here. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. Okay, so did too many on there. 1, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Yeah, I'm 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11, 12. So yeah, I did that one twice, or one too many times. So I'm just gonna. That's what happens when you get distracted. Hey, no worries. It's one of the things you learn over time. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. Okay, so now I need to do the top one, or up to the top rail. So okay, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. All right, relatively easy fix. That's why becoming familiar with the pattern and how things should look makes it a lot easier to find out when you've made a mistake. Not always, but it helps. And I've got a pretty good mind for pattern recognition. And it also helps when you listen to it when your back of your mind goes, "Hey, that's not right." It's one of the things I also try and talk about while I'm doing these to help people out, make it easier to find when they might have made a mistake. Little tips and tricks make things easier. Point is to make it more fun for people. Usually when you're doing things that aren't fun, it's because it's necessary, you're getting paid for it. And I'm approaching my easy to get confused point where I switch over on one rail from black to the colors and from colors to the black, which is one of the ways I've been telling when I accidentally put something on the wrong rail. So it's easy for me to wind up putting it on the wrong rail where it looks right at the transition point. Okay. And I just did something wrong there. Okay, under 3, over 3. There we go. That's the way it's supposed to match. And I'm at the transition point. So, over 3, under 3. Oops. Grabbed one thread from the wrong tama. Or nope, it went over there. Okay. And now I grab this and put it on the lower rail where it looks different. But it's supposed to look different at this point. And left rail transitions succeeded. Time for the right. And there we go. I'm relatively safe for about another 11 braiding steps on all rails. Okay. I've been going this about an hour and a half. Of course, I lost about a half hour from people not being able to find it because I messed up setting up the stream and had to recreate it. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Yep, that's looking good. There we go. And I just screwed up again. Okay. So that should have been that. There we go. Let's try that bottom move again. Middle 3, or through the middle, over 3, under 3, over the last one on the top, leave the 1 on the bottom. There we go. That's what it's supposed to be. Guess I'm getting a little tired. Losing some of my concentration. But I will persevere. Because this is turning out to be a nice braid. Okay, braid pattern looks good. No harm, no foul. And one more set of 4 after this one. And it'll be time to move the comb up. Can't really see it that far back, but it tends to like slide between the coma here when I'm transitioning over. Okay. That's 1. That's 2. That's 3. And that's 4. Time to slide the comb up. There we go. And time to roll this up some more too. I just figured my problem out. I have not had my morning caffeine. I was planning to have it, but I got distracted. that's no good. So I apologize, but I'm going to mute the microphone for about 1 minute while I run downstairs and grab something to drink. Sorry about all the weirdness with that. I was just trying to give you an up closer view for the braid. Let's see. All right. There we go. I think that's relatively in focus again. Okay, Carolyn. Have a safe one. I hope you enjoyed the stream. Okay. There we go. I think everything can be seen and is relatively in focus. Hey, Wendy, I'm glad you like the pattern. Yeah, I try and pick a nice, pleasant color palette, but doesn't always work, but it seems like it did on this one. All right, now that I've had some caffeine, let's get back to braiding. And yes, I know it's semi-dangerous to have a bottle on my Takadai, but I have the cap on. If it falls, I just have to wait to open it a while. Okay, that was weird. That looks better. But it's a nice morning. I'll probably work in the garage, continuing to get that in better shape for being able to make Takadais. And hopefully get started fairly soon on that. And I just made a mistake again. grabbed from the wrong rail. Let's try this the right way. That looks better. Much more better. Oops, looks like one of the tama jumped a pin. There we go, much better. Under 3, over 3. And over 3, under 3. Under 3, over 3. Over 3, under 3. Under 3, over 3. Over 3, under 3. Under 3, over 3. Over 3, under 3. We're braiding at warp speed now for a really bad pun. Let me just make sure I got that one right. I'm pretty sure I did, but under 3, over 3, yeah. Over 3, under 3. Under 3, over 3. Over 3, under 3. Under 3, over 3. And for the dreaded color transition, over 3, under 3. And transition succeeded there. Under 3, over 3. Transition successfully succeeded there. Over 3, under 3. Next to last transition successful. Under 3, over 3. And mission complete. Almost ready for coma movement. over 3, under 3. Under 3, over 3. Over 3, under 3. Under 3, over 3. And over 3, under 3. Under 3, over 3. And we're ready for coma advancement. Almost got the carabiner and the deer rings off the Torii gate. And over 3, under 3. Under 3, over 3. Starting to get a little close to the leaders. Over 3, under 3. Under 3, over 3. Over 3, under 3. Under 3, over 3. Over 3, under 3. Under 3, over 3. Sorry, just not sure what to talk about at the moment. So, just doing my mnemonic out loud. Yeah, something wasn't looking right there. Looks like one jumped to pin. Yep, there we go. Okay, yeah. Over 3, under 3. Under 3, over 3. Since I just did this side, it should be 11 and 11. 3, 6, 9, and 11. 3, 6, 9, and 11. Yep. And over 3, under 3. Under 3, over 3. And over 3, under 3. Oh, I've usually been doing streams on Tuesday night, but this upcoming Tuesday is an election day here in Pennsylvania. And since I am an elected constable, that means I have to guard the polls. It's actually a misdemeanor if I do not do that. So I will not have a braiding stream Tuesday night because I'm just going to be too tired. It's about a 14-hour day. And just in case you thought I was joking, I actually am. I guess that's about the focus level. So I might do Monday and Wednesday of next week. We'll just have to see how it goes, how tired I am. Alrighty. 3, 6, 9. Yep, this is the side to do next. Over 3, under 3. Yeah, I've been a constable for about 7 years now. Funny story. I went to vote one day, noticed that nobody was running for constable in my ward, and wrote my name in, and I won with 100% of the vote. I've actually been reelected with a normal election cycle since then, since constables are elected for 6 years in Pennsylvania, and won with a respectable amount of the vote. About 400 out of a potential 600 voters. Okay. And getting close to another coma advancement moment. And I'll also be rolling up the braid some more. And coma advancement. March, march, march. March, march, march. March, march, march. There we go. And go for that. And it's transition time again. And tama transition successfully managed. Well, we're getting close to 2 hours. Does anybody want me to keep going, or should I go ahead and end the stream? You are, of course, welcome to enter and leave at any time. I appreciate your company and do not want to impose. Looks like we had one jump. Yeah, that looks like the right spot. Okay. Yeah, I found that for most of the time when the threads get wrapped around each other, if I pull one out and give it a little bit of gravity tension, it unwinds on its own, and I don't have to spend a lot of time untangling it, just waiting a few seconds for it to resolve itself. Okay. I'll probably go for just a little bit more. Thank you again for coming by. That's much appreciated. And thanks to everybody who left likes for me. That helps the algorithm. And there went the soda, which is why I always put the cap on, because I do not want a mess to clean up. And I'll probably keep going until I hit the coma transition point. And then call it a day for braiding. I might do a stream tonight. I don't know. Depends on how energetic I feel. But it is really nice to get back on the Takadai again. I've been off it for several months. Just something that's relaxing and satisfying to me when I braid on a Takadai. Pattern is still looking good, symmetrical, even, no skipped threads or skipped steps. However, should be properly phrased. I'm going to have to remember that braiding at warp speed pun. That's just horrible. Oh, only 8 more moves. Hey, Wendy, have a good day. I hope you enjoyed the stream, and you have a good one. Stay safe. Oops. That should go up there. And yes, that looks right. Okay. Last set of 4. Thank you for the next like that just came through. I appreciate that. And last one. That'll keep the coma from sliding around. I appreciate everybody who stopped by. Thank you very much. I do apologize for the screw up at the beginning. And everybody have a safe and wonderful day and happy braiding.